Have you ever wondered about how to be more likable? On Instagram, it's so easy. You hop onto someone's profile, like a few photos, leave a couple comments, and boom, you're Insta friends. But in real life, things get a little awkward. For example, you go to a party. You don't know anyone, but you think, oh my gosh, everybody here is so cool. I would love to talk to them. But you're kind of afraid to because you think that they'll think you're weird. In the rest of this video, I'm gonna show you how to be more likable, and it's actually a lot easier than you'd think. So backpedal a little bit. My name's Serena Hess, and I help women grow in life. And I remind you that you were made for greatness. So let's cut to the chase, right? How do you be more likable? My number one tip for being more likable is ask good questions. So an example of a bad question to me would be like, hey Serena, how's it going? This is a bad question to me because it is kind of unclear. You go, what's it? Like, where is it going? And that type of question doesn't get that complicated of an answer. So I'd usually answer like, fine, good, okay, I guess, like not bad. So when you ask more in-depth and thoughtful questions, you can get better responses. An example of a good question would be something like, what was it like for you growing up when you were a child? It can't be answered with a simple yes or no, and it leads the person to explaining further about what they went through. Once you ask a good question, show the listener that you care. Ultimately, we all love to talk about ourselves. Do you remember the Toby Keith song where he goes, I want to talk about me, want to talk about I, want to talk about number one, oh my, me, my, right? We all want to be heard and we all want to share about our lives. My second step to being more likable is listen hard. And with that, I have two things. So your body language says a lot about the conversation, right? So if you see a couple and you already know they're fighting based off of how they're acting, their arms are waving, their hands are on their hips, their eyebrows are furrowed, you can tell they're in an argument. So your body language, whether you know it or not, is saying a lot about the conversation. Make sure your shoulders are facing them, your hips are facing them, your feet are facing them, and if you really want to be interested and engaged, you're leaning in, wanting to know more, wanting to know the answer. But don't invade their personal space, right? The second part of body language and listening hard is be careful with your eyes. So if you're talking to me, and as you're talking to me, I start to look over here while you're going on and on, you felt like you lost me, right? You could feel me tuning out the conversation and not paying attention to you. Your eyes are a dead giveaway for what your mind is thinking. So be very, very careful about where you're looking. If someone's talking to you, lean in, focus, and stare at them. As a side note, it can be kind of weird for a really long conversation staring at both of their eyes. I usually just pick one. It works for me. Well, you guys, that's it. Nothing crazy. You don't have to buy friends, and you don't have to have fake friends like Regina George. You just, number one, ask good questions, and number two, listen hard. If you found this video helpful at all, comment below. I respond to every single one, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!